Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode. Do you ever feel like you have big dreams, but your progress feels stuck? You start with excitement, but after a few days, that spark disappears. You aren't alone. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack one simple secret. In today's story, we follow Kavin, a young man who had a mind full of ideas, but a desk full of unfinished work. Everything changed for him when he met an old man by the river with a small chisel and a giant rock. Today, you aren't just going to hear a story. You're going to learn the law of the chisel, the secret to turning your smallest efforts into massive success. Whether you're learning English, building a business, or chasing a dream, this lesson is for you. Remember, a mountain is moved one stone at a time. Watch until the end to see how Kavin transformed his life and how you can start doing the same today. Before we start, look around you. Many people only see the walls of their room, but today, I will show you a boy who looked into a mirror and saw a giant future. If you have ever felt that you are not enough or that your life is too small, this story is for you. The power of every day. Once in a small village lived a young man named Kavin. Kavin had a big dream. He wanted to be a famous writer. His head was always full of amazing stories and great ideas. However, Kavin had a problem. He never finished what he started. One day, he would write 2 pages of a story, but the next day he would give up. Later, he tried to keep a diary, but he stopped after only 3 days. Months went by. His dream was still there, but he wasn't getting anywhere. His work was like a puzzle with missing pieces. One evening, feeling upset with himself, Kavin went to the river. He saw an old man using a tiny tool to carve a beautiful shape into a giant rock. Kavin was surprised. How could such a small tool change such a hard stone? "Grandfather," Kavin asked, "how long have you been working on this?" The old man smiled. "Every day for 1 hour for the last 2 years." Kavin couldn't believe it. 2 years? Didn't you get tired or want to quit? The old man looked at him kindly. "Son, this tool alone cannot break the rock. It is my consistency, my daily effort, that makes it happen. The rock doesn't change with just one hit. But every single hit matters. It is not about one big blow, but about doing it over and over again." These words changed how Kavin thought. He went home and made a simple promise to himself. He wouldn't try to write a whole book in one night. Instead, he would write just 1 page every single day, no matter what. At first, it was easy and fun, but soon he felt lazy. Some days he was tired, and other days he had no ideas. But he remembered the old man's words, "Every hit counts." Even on his worst days, he wrote at least a few lines. Days became weeks, and weeks became months. The pages started to grow. Soon, he had 100 pages, then 200, then 300. One day, Kavin looked at his desk and realized he had finished his very first book. He sent his book to many publishers. Many of them said no. He started to doubt himself again, but he didn't quit. He kept writing. Another page, another story, another try. After 2 years of steady work, a publisher finally accepted his book. People loved his stories. Kavin became famous as the man who reached his dream 1 page at a time. The lesson: success doesn't come from what you do once in a while. It comes from what you do every single day. Like water carving a path through a mountain, your small, steady efforts will create wonders. If you feel motivated today, keep that feeling alive. If you enjoyed this story, like this post. Share it with a friend who needs hope. Follow us to join this journey of growth. Your success is not built in a day. It is built every day. Motivation life lesson from this story. The story of Kavin and the stone carver offers a powerful blueprint for achieving any long-term goal. Here are the core life lessons you can take away from it. 1. The power of small gains. We often think success requires massive, heroic actions. In reality, success is the result of micro-habits. Writing 1 page is easy. Writing a book is hard. By focusing only on the 1 page, Kavin removed the fear of the big task and made progress inevitable. 2. Consistency over intensity. The old man's chisel was weak, but his schedule was strong. Intensity is running a marathon once and getting injured. Consistency is walking 20 minutes every day for a year. The rock doesn't break because of the strength of the final blow, but because of the 1,000 blows that came before it. 3. Resistance is normal. Kavin faced laziness and doubt after the honeymoon phase of his project ended. This is the dip, the point where most people quit. The lesson here is that you don't need inspiration to work. You need a commitment to show up even when the inspiration is missing. 4. Handling rejection with a growth mindset. When publishers rejected Kavin, he didn't see it as a permanent failure. He saw it as a part of the process. Because he had already mastered the habit of showing up every day, he had the mental strength to keep submitting and keep writing until he found success. How to apply this today? If you have a big dream, don't look at the mountain. Look at your feet. Pick one goal. Define the smallest possible step. Example, 5 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of reading, 1 paragraph of writing. Do it today. Even if you're tired, do the minimum version of that task. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. How can I help you break down one of your current goals into a 1-page daily task? Learn English from this story. This story is an excellent tool for learning English because it uses narrative tenses to describe the past and provides great examples of idioms and vocabulary-related habits. Here is a breakdown of the key English lessons from a story. 1. Key vocabulary and phrasal verbs. Understanding these words will help you describe your own goals and routines. To stick to something. To continue doing something without stopping. Example. Kavin could not stick to his writing plan. To give up, to quit. To stop doing something because it is too hard. Example. Don't give up on your dreams. Consistency. Doing the same thing regularly to get a result. To creep in. To start happening or affecting something slowly and unnoticed. Example. Doubt began to creep in after the first week. To carve. To cut into a hard material like stone or wood to make a shape. 2. Using wood for past habits. In the story, we see this sentence. One day he would write 2 pages. The next day, he would quit. In English, we use would plus verb to talk about repeated actions or habits in the past. It is similar to saying used to. Structure. Subject plus would plus base verb. Example. Every morning, the old man would go to the river. 3. Idioms and figurative language. The story uses word pictures to explain deep feelings. Overflowed with imagination. To have so many ideas that you cannot contain them. Scattered like pieces of a puzzle. Used to describe something that is messy, unorganized, or incomplete. Every strike counts. Every small effort is important and adds up to a big result. 1 page at a time. A way of saying you should focus on small steps rather than the giant end goal. 4. Practice exercises. A. Synonym match. Try to find a word in the story that means the same as. Very surprised, shocked. Not finished, incomplete, unfinished. A small, steady effort, consistency. B. Sentence completion. Fill in the blanks using the story's themes. If you want to be a writer, you must write answer every day. Kavin learned that his success was not built in an answer day. 5. Pronunciation tip. The CH and S sounds. The story uses words like chisel, TZ, L, and stone, stone. Practice the sharp CH in chisel and change. Practice the smooth S in stone, steady, and success. Would you like to try writing a few sentences about your own daily goals using the new vocabulary we found today? Kavin didn't become a writer because he was the fastest or the loudest. He became a writer because he refused to let the sun set without adding one more strike to his stone. Your stone might be learning English, starting a blog, or mastering a new skill. Don't worry about how big the rock is. Just focus on the strike you make today. If Kavin's journey inspired you, show your support by hitting that like button. It helps our community grow. And I want to hear from you. What is one small page you're going to write today? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We share stories like this every week to help you stay positive and keep growing one step at a time. Thank you for watching, and remember, your success is built every day. I'll see you in the next video.